All right, Shalom. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. I want to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Greatmillstone, because that's where I learned this truth from, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Yahweh is the true name of the God of Israel. Yahweh Shai is who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, but his one and only true name is Yahweh Shai. And this is kind of like a warning / like an alert, because a lot of brothers, they probably don't know about this video that I'm about to show. But pretty much what you're about to see on the screen is that this Edomite, he came across this brother's video from the GMS Miami camp. Brother Samak, I think that's his name. But pretty much what I do is every day I put Hebrew Israelites in the search bar, and I just look at the different videos. I look for videos of like people going off, or just to see what's going on with Israel. So through the spirit, the Lord led me to this video that you're about to see right here. It says the cult of white genocide, which the brother, he wasn't going off in the video or nothing like that. But this Edomite, he came across the video, and he was talking about Greatmillstone and the Greatmillstone.info website with the different poster boards. So I'm going to show you this video, and you just spread the word, for people that's in Greatmillstone, and the brothers that follow Greatmillstone and teach the same exact doctrine as Greatmillstone. Because what Apostle Gabar was warning us through the spirit about was that persecution that's about to come. And a lot of our faces, it might be on the news, and a lot of our faiths is going to be tested. All right, so I'm about to show you this video. It's called The Cult of White Genocide. If you want to find the video, you just go to you type in Hebrew Israelites on the top, and then you put this week, upload date this week, and then you just scroll all the way down and you'll see this. All right. So you notice when you click the video, it says viewer discretion is advised. So a lot of people have been reporting this video, and this video that this brother did has been getting a lot of hate. All right. It says the following content has been identified by the YouTube community as inappropriate or offensive to some audiences. So in order to watch the video, you have to press confirm, right? And you can't comment. You can't see how many subs or the description box. You can't see nothing, all right? Because some of the features of this video has been disabled. As you can see on the screen, it says, in response to the user reports, we have disabled some features such as comment sharing and suggested videos, because this video contains content that may be inappropriate or offensive to some audiences. All right. So, this truth is offending a lot of people. And this word is about to, this word is going out through the four corners, and the end is about to come. So check this video out. And the name of this person's channel, if you can see it, is the Pocket Constitution Robber. So I'm going to play the whole video, and then, I might have some scriptures.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 30, verse 7. And the Lord thy power will put all these curses upon thy enemies, and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. First and foremost, I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakah, Kodash, Barakatah. Double honors to the apostles of Greatmillstone, and salutation to the Akim out there pushing this truth in sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth and making their body a living sacrifice for Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai. I'm Brother Samak from the GMS Miami camp, and as you can see from my face, yes, I have a huge grin on my face, all right? Because the Lord, okay, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, he's putting the curses upon you so-called white people, all right? You Caucasians, you Edomites, all right? You're our enemies, all right? You're our enemy, and you hate us, okay? And from watching RT News, man, all right, They just report in the news, all right? They got it from the Census Bureau, okay, which is your government, America, all right? A lot of you so-called white people are dying by the droves, all right? You are the biblical Edomites. You're dying by the droves and you're not producing enough children, okay? Because the curses are coming upon you, all right? We're living in the last days, okay, where your kingdom's coming to an end, all right? And you're going to experience nothing but pain and sorrow.
Meet Brother Samak. He's a little misguided. Brother Samak is a member of the Greatmillstone, which is a group of Hebrew Israelites. Hebrew Israelites believe that all Caucasian men and women are the devil, and that they are actually the Edomites from the Old Testament of the Bible. As we can see from this photo, which appears to be Lawrence Fishburne's head crudely pasted to a body, the Hebrew Israelites of the Greatmillstone believe that one day all nations will fall under eternal enslavement to the Israelite man. So what's got Brother Samak so worked up about white genocide?
This is exciting.
Let's have a look at some of the RT footage and find out for ourselves.
A new study done by the U.S. Census Bureau shows Caucasians could be a minority sooner than previously thought. While the white population is aging quickly, many white Americans are delaying their decision to have a family. And as a result, the population is decreasing and minority groups are growing at a rapid speed. Correspondent Ashley Banks has more.
For the first time in U.S. history, more white people died than were born in 2016. Data shows in 26 states, whites are dying faster than they're being born. Between 1999 and 2016, the number of white births fell by 10.8%. That stands at just over 2 million. Researchers suggest the reasons for this decrease are the Great Recession, a drop in fertility rates because people can't afford to have children, and a rise in mortality rates, as most of the white population is aging and dying of natural causes, while others are dying from drug overdoses.
Wow. Well, surely hearing news like that for anyone would be upsetting, but for a man of faith, it must be extremely disturbing as someone who loves all people. Maybe we're misunderstanding Brother Samak. Let's hear a little more of what he has to say and find out for sure.
This is exciting. A report this week found that whites are dying faster than they are being born now in 26 states, up from 17 just 2 years earlier. So you have increased, okay, in the rates of dying and within 2 years, man. All right, that goes to show you, man, you so-called white people, man, you're finished, man. You Edomites, you biblical Edomites, you are finished, man. All right, you're now experiencing, okay, the curses, man. It's coming upon you. All right, you have doubt in your life. All right, you've been smitten with madness. Okay, it's beautiful.
Well, there you have it, folks. Brother Samak doesn't care at all about the plight of our people, and neither does anyone at the Greatmillstone, for that matter. This collection of images, and in fact all of the images that I have shown you, were found at greatmillstone.info. Visit the website for yourself and see what they're all about. Hello, I'm Robert Thompson for the Pocket Constitution. I hope you found the video you just watched both eye-opening and entertaining. Brother Samak is a real piece of work. Unfortunately, he is neither wrong nor alone. Our people are dying, and many out there are celebrating this fact. Our media and our corporations do not censor these people the way that they would censor us if we said anything that even approached the level of hatred that Brother Samak shows in that video. I would like to take a moment and appeal to your white consciousness. Only we are us, and only we can be us. No one is going to stand for us if we do not begin to stand for ourselves. That is why I would like to make an appeal to all white men and women of good character. Our people are being put to the test. Whether Brother Samak is right or wrong about the biblical implications of what is happening in the opioid crisis, it is affecting our people. it is time for all of us to get involved. We must rise up or we will fall. And that is why I have a simple 3-point action plan that I would like all of my viewers to start implementing in their daily lives wherever they can. Number 1, and most importantly, get involved. Reach out to the opioid victims in your life or opioid victims that you may know. Do what you can to help them. You may not be able to do anything at all, but try. Try to reverse the tide. Number 2, get in touch with your European heritage. Celebrate what makes you uniquely European. Whether you're Hungarian or Italian or Slovakian or Portuguese or Polish like I am, your heritage is rich in history. Lessons that you can learn for the future from. Number 3, and most importantly, push back against anti-white racism wherever and whenever you find it. We can no longer tolerate to be treated as a despised minority in our own country. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, and please subscribe if you're new. And most importantly, it's okay to be white.
All right, so as you can see, that's the video. All right, so he said it's all right to be white. Now, if you're an Edomite, you're getting ready to go into slavery under the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, because according to Acts chapter 5, verse 31, the Lord died to give repentance to the nation of Israel. All right, which are the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians that believe on him according to the scriptures. All right, and we're the only people that can receive salvation. So I'm going to read this scripture real quick. I'm not even trying to make this a long video. This is Isaiah chapter 45, verse 17, because we know according to the book of Romans chapter 9, verses 1 through 5, everything pertains to the nation of Israel. All right, the promises went from Abraham to Isaac to Jacob. All right. This is Isaiah 45, verse 17, but Israel shall be saved in the Lord with an everlasting salvation. He shall not be ashamed nor confound the world without end. Meaning you can never put an end to the Israelites. We was always going to exist, going back to the book of Malachi chapter 3, verse 6, and Hebrews 13 and 8. The Heavenly Father and his Son, they changed not. All right. Yahushua said he was going to come back and deliver the Israelites, beginning with the elect of the nation of Israel, and we was going to receive salvation. And when Yahushua comes back, this is what's getting ready to happen. All right. This is Daniel 2 and 44. And in the days of these kings shall the God of heaven set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed. And the kingdom shall not be left to other people, but it shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms, and it shall stand forever. So when Yahushua, who the world ignorantly called Jesus Christ, comes back, he's coming back to set up his kingdom. All right. And in his kingdom, all nations is going to bow down to him. And you're going to bow down to his people. This is Daniel 7 and 27. And the kingdom and dominion and the greatness of the kingdom under the whole heaven shall be given to the people of the saints of the Most High. All right, we got to figure out who the saints of the Most High are. All right. This is Psalms chapter 148, verse 14. Let's figure out who the saints are. Psalms chapter 148, verse 14. He also exalteth the horn of his people, which his people are the Israelites. We're the people who is a part of the old and new covenant only. So his people is the Israelites, the praise of all his saints, even of the children of Israel. The people near unto him praise ye Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. So the saints are the Israelites. So now let's go back. Daniel 7 and 27. And the kingdom and dominion and the greatness of the kingdom under the whole heaven shall be given to the people of the saints of the Most High, whose kingdom is an everlasting kingdom, and all dominions shall serve and obey him. All right, because according to the scriptures, there's 18 nations in the Bible, but the only chosen nation is the nation of Israel, who rulership in the kingdom of heaven is going to be for. All right, the 17 heathen nations outside of the nation of Israel is going into slavery, and I'm going to prove it. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 30, verse 16. It says, therefore all they that devoured, all they that devoured thee shall be devoured. These heathen nations, you have devoured us. Numbers 2-18. You have devoured us. You have raped, robbed, and murdered us, beginning with the so-called white man at the top leading the charge, all right, on the assault of the Israelites. That's all you've done. Rape, robbed, and murdered us, and you've brought shame upon us, calling us black, Hispanic, calling us Indians, all right? You brought shame to us. You stole our nationality. You got the best of our women. You turn our men into homosexuals or women into homosexuals. All right, so you got to pay for that. All the things that you've done to the Israelites, you know, all the way from the Old Testament to the New Testament. All right, you gotta pay for that. Going back to the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 3, verse 15. The Most High, which is the God of Israel, Yahweh, and his son Yahushai, requireth that which is past. So all the things that you've done in the past, the God of Israel hasn't forgiven you 17 heathen nations. All right? And one thing I got to throw out there is that you Edomites are going to be exterminated after serving 1,000 years of slavery in the kingdom of heaven, according to the book of Obadiah, verse 18. All right? Numbers chapter 24, verse 20. Deuteronomy chapter 25, verse 19. Psalms 37 and 28. All right, there's a bunch of scriptures that show that you Edomites is going to be wiped out as an entire nation completely. All right? So all they that devoured thee, all thy adversaries. Who's our adversaries? The 17 heathen nations outside of the nation of Israel. What's going to happen to them? It says, every one of them shall go into captivity. Meaning what? They're going to go into slavery. And they that spoiled thee shall be a spoil. Because these heathen nations, they have spoiled us. Like I said, they got the best of our women. All right, they adopt our children. All right, they raped, robbed, and murdered us. They conquered us. These heathen nations, they come from their country and they come here to America and they prosper off of the oppression of the Israelites, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. That's why in the neighborhoods that we live in, our so-called communities, you have Indians, you know, actual people from India, heathens, descendants from Elam, who they have 7-Elevens everywhere. All right, they got delis with the Ishmaelites, which the Ishmaelites are the Arabs. All right. Then you got the people that call themselves Jews, which they're actually Edomites. The Jewish people, they're the landlords and they own everything. Everything goes through them. All right. So these people are oppressing us. There's like 5 Chinese stores on every block. All right. So these heathen nations, they have spoiled us. All right. So now they're going to be a spoil in the kingdom of heaven. And all they that prey upon thee will I give thee for a prey. So this is what's getting ready to happen to you heathen nations. You're about to go into slavery. All right. And like the brother was mentioning, he was mentioning in the curses, right? He saw all these curses is put upon you Edomites, right? Because when you read Deuteronomy chapter 28, verses 16 through 68, those were the curses that was placed on the Israelites for breaking the old covenant. All right, so that's how we can identify and know that the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians are the biblical Israelites. So, but these curses is getting ready to be put upon you other nations, beginning with the so-called white man and the so-called white race as a whole, which are the Edomites. You're going to have it the worst out of all the heathen nations. Deuteronomy chapter 30, verse 7, and Yahweh thy power will pour all these curses upon thy enemies and all them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. And the so-called white man, he did persecute us. Going back to the siege of Jerusalem and other times throughout history, the Greek Empire, all right, you have persecuted us, you have raped, robbed, and murdered us. Then you have the nerve to have a holiday about it, all right? Then you got the nerve to institutionalize our children, and our parents, and us included, before we came into the truth about how great of a people, the so-called white men is, how they found everything on a voyage. They went on this, heroic voyage, traveling, finding everything, even though people was already here already. All right. So all these nations, they hate us. They paint their face black. All right. They point at us. They look at us with disgusting looks like, why the fuck are you on the planet? This is how they look at us. All right. They hate us. So the Lord is going to put all these curses on you heathen nations. All right. So this is what's getting ready to happen. And you have other scriptures like the book of Obadiah, verses 15 and 16. There's a bunch of scriptures. All right. Isaiah chapter 14, verses 2 through 3. All right. So you heathen nations, according to Isaiah, the 60th chapter, you're going to go into slavery under the children of Israel, the elect of the nation of Israel, and you're going to bow down, and it's only right that happens. That's the righteousness. Second Thessalonians 1:6. It's a righteous thing with the Most High that we're going to be able to enslave you when Yahweh Shai comes back, which the world is going to call an alien invasion, which is just going to be the second coming of the Lord to gather his elect from the four winds, because the Israelites are scattered among all nations. All right. Shalom.